Hello, I'm Thomas Bender from Colchester United.
And what brings you here to Zurich today, Thomas?
Well, a while ago we was asked to fill out ballot forms for the World Team of the Year, and surprisingly enough, out of the whole of Europe and that, I was the only person to get the correct starting 11 right, so I got the chance to come out here.
Tell me a little bit about yourself, Thomas. You're 17 now. You made your league debut for Colchester last season, is that right?
Yeah, I made my league debut last September against Hartlepool.
And how old were you then?
I was 16.
16, and where does that stand in the record books with regard to Colchester United?
I'm the second youngest ever debutant in the league for Colchester.
That's a fantastic achievement, and you played internationally as well, I understand.
Yeah, I play for Wales under-21s under Brian Flynn.
Yes, that's brilliant. So, coming along here to Zurich today, obviously you're rubbing shoulders with the stars. How does that feel?
Surreal. You know, like you said, playing FIFA on the PlayStation, you know, using these players, and now I'm here meeting them and having my photo taken with them. It's really a strange experience.
You're a defender yourself. I noticed earlier you met Carlos Puyol and the Barcelona centre-back Piqué. Who are your role models? Which players do you admire, particularly in the world game?
Obviously, you've got to look up to players like Piqué and Puyol. You know, they've won every trophy there is to win. You know, more recently the World Cup. But also, you know, closer to home, you know, I like to look at players like John Terry and Rio Ferdinand, because I want to play in the Premiership, and they're the players that have done it for years and years, and they know how to play in that league. But also, you know, you watch the likes of Puyol and other defenders out in Europe, and it's a completely different way of playing. You know, out in Europe it's more technical, and you know, I like to watch all of them and try to add all parts of their game into mine. It's
obviously Colchester United, you're a professional player there, but it's a world away from the Barcelonas, the Real Madrids. Does coming along to an awards ceremony like this today, does it inspire you? Does it make you all the more want to achieve and to one day be playing on a stage like these players? Yeah, definitely. You know, you see these players turn up, and you know, they're here to do the interviews, and it makes a change from when I've got to go to a school down in Colchester to hand out some awards, and they're being flown over to Zurich for the World Player of the Year awards. So definitely, you know, this is where every professional footballer aspires to be. You know, this is the level they want to play at, and this is the sort of places they want to come to. Thomas, I noticed in your hand there you have the piece of paper that actually got you there. Can you hold that up? That's your FIFPro Team of the Year.
Yeah.
Just take us through it and just give me one or two of the selections. For example, Casillas. Why did you choose Iker Casillas? For me, it was between Casillas and Cesar. You know, Cesar recently won the Champions League with Inter Milan. But, you know, Casillas has been at the top of the game for years, and at such a young age as well. And obviously, he's won everything there is to win as well, and he's won the World Cup, the Champions League, and you know, someone like that you can't leave out the team. And Maicon? Maicon he's more of a recent one. You know, he's been in the game a while, but it's only recently that people have really started to stand up and notice how good he is, and especially last season for Inter Milan, he had a spectacular season for them and did very well for them in the Champions League getting there. What do you think of him, Gerard Piqué? Again, you know, he's playing for Barcelona, the best team in the world, and you know, he's been fantastic for Barcelona, and at the World Cup he was fantastic for Spain as well. And you win the World Cup and you're playing for the best team in the world, it's got to be in there. How about Lucio? Lucio, for years, even at Bayern Munich, I feel that he was very underrated. He's such a great defender and such strength and power, and especially even when he gets on the ball, going on surging runs into their half, you know, he's a great role model. Do you like to try and incorporate some of that into your game as a defender? Oh, I'd like to get there, yeah. Just turning to your midfield players, obviously we have the Barcelona duo, Xavi and Iniesta. Great players, always great to watch. What's your opinion of those two? I think you can't leave them out. You know, arguably two of the best centre midfielders in the world, and with them two together, there's no stopping them. And our Dutchman, who had a great year last year, Wesley Sneijder, I think what brought him to your attention, do you think? You know, when he first went to Real Madrid, he'd got a serious knee injury. And,
you know, I'd heard of him before then, seen him a couple of times and thought he was a good player, but it was only really last season at Inter Milan where he really, you know, stood out for me, and, you know, a great passer of the ball, great ability and terrific at free kicks, so I thought he should go in there.
Yeah, well, we're looking at our dream front three really now. I mean, where do you start? I mean, obviously we've got Cristiano Ronaldo again in the team.
Yeah, you know, I've seen bits of him on TV and highlights and that. I haven't seen many matches, but you've only got to look at his record. He's getting a goal every game for Real Madrid, and if you're scoring in every game for Real Madrid, you've got to be in the best team. How
did you feel standing next to World Cup winner there, David Villa?
I think his pace just terrorises every defence that he plays against, and his movement, and he's such a natural finisher as well. You know, even in the tightest of angles and hardest of places, he can still put the ball in the back of the net.
Yeah. And finally, last and certainly not least, not too difficult a choice for you, I wouldn't have thought, but obviously Lionel Messi. Where do you start?
Where do you start? You know, I don't think you really need to say much about Messi. You know, his football does all the talking, and when you watch him play, you know why he's going to be in the best 11 in the world, and why I feel that he's going to win the Ballon d'Or.
Thomas, thank you very much, and welcome to Zurich. On behalf of FIFPro, we're delighted that you're here representing the players, and I think the message that we can send out to all of the players voting around the world as well is the fact that your vote is just as important, whether you're playing for Colchester, whether you're playing for Rochdale, whether you're playing for Real Madrid, Manchester United. FIFPro is the international family of footballers, and I think your being here today represents all of those players who are aspiring to reach the levels that the great players who are here today are as well. So thank you very much, and I really hope you enjoy the day.
Yeah, thank you.